Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it.
What's poppin'? It's your girl Drea J. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribing and joining the family. And if you're not new, hey friends! As y'all can see by that thumbnail and that title, today I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. And if that's something you're interested in, make sure you keep on watching. I like to begin on a freshly washed face. Going in with some setting powder, I like to dust this across my eyebrows. This helps with removing any oils that I have on my skin and also helps with allowing the eyebrow pencil to glide on smoothly. Once this step is complete, I like to go on my eyebrows spoolie, just brushing my hairs up and into place. With the pencil, I'll then trace both the top and the bottom, just outlining the natural shape of my brow. Once this step is complete, I like to go in with small strokes, making the illusion of hair-like texture within my brow. And then I just like to go in with two different concealers. I use one that's a little bit darker and one that's a little bit lighter. I'll mix these two shades together and then I'll just apply both on the top and bottom of my brow. Once I finish the initial outlining of the brow, I like to drag the concealer down a little bit towards my eyelid, and this will help with the blending process. Once that concealer is completely blended out, I like to go in with some setting powder, and this will help with relieving some of that darkness that you see within the brow and allow your brows to set completely in place and help them last throughout the entire day. And then I seen I had a little bit of a sparse area, so I'm going to go back in and fill that in. And then I'm going to use the back of my hand, that concealer that I had left over from mixing those two shades, and apply that to my eyelid. And then we're going to move on to eyeshadow. When doing my eyeshadow, I really like to have that concealer base blended out completely. I'm going to be using an e.l.f. palette that I had for a while now, one of the brown shades within the palette. I like to pack on the eyeshadow near the corner of my eye, and then once it's packed on, I just kind of like to blend it out, moving upward and back and forth with the brush. Next is mascara. I like to use mascara before I apply my falsies. This helps with allowing the falsies to grip on a little bit better to your lashes and giving you that good application. And when I apply my falsies, I do use my hands. I've never been a tweezer girly, but this is just how I do it. Moving on to foundation. This is my first time using Fenty foundation. I really do truly love it. When it goes on, you guys are in for a bit of a surprise, but I'll let you guys watch and see that. When I apply my foundation, I like to just tap it on with my finger. I go in making sure that I'm covering any acne marks or dark spots that I have within my skin first, and then just blending out any extra makeup that I do have around the perimeter of my face. And then we'll go in with the brush, just blending out completely. Also, really do like to alternate between a brush and a beauty blender. If you do want a full coverage makeup look, you do want to opt in for the brush, but I'm never ever really going for a full coverage. I want it to look as skin-like as possible, so I do go back and forth with the brush and the beauty blender. And I'm back, and now we're moving on to concealer. I've already started my concealer blending out process, so when I do my concealer, I like to start with a little section of a triangle by the corner of my eye and just blend out that, along with a little bit on my nose, my chin, and my upper lip. Personally, do not use much makeup on my forehead at all, so I do not apply concealer to my forehead. If that's something that you prefer, do you, boo. Do what works for you. So I'm just showing you what I do in my process. Using that darker concealer that I used in the beginning, I like to use it towards the edges of my face where my eyeshadow is, just to blend it out and get that like crisp look. As you can see. If you haven't learned anything from me yet, make sure after you have applied any concealer to your face that you're going in with a setting powder and setting your face. This will help with preventing creasing. Although I did not apply concealer to my forehead, I like to go in with the setting powder anyways because that is where I get the oiliest throughout the day. I don't tend to bake, I just kind of leave it on for a few minutes and then I just brush it off with a small brush. Moving on to bronzing / contouring, I like to use an eyeshadow palette. This gives you a multi-use out of your makeup. I go in with a brown shade, just making my face look a little bit warmer and removing some of that brightness that I did add with the concealer. With using the same palette, I do use a red shade in the palette to use as my blush. So I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. Along with my nose. I do not contour my nose. I love my nose, so I just kind of add some redness to it to give it a little rosy effect. We have already applied mascara to the top of our lashes, so we're going to apply them to the bottom, and this is going to give that whoa effect. I do sometimes like to go in with a white pencil inside of my waterline. This will help with allowing your eyes to look a little bit bigger if you do have small eyes, and if you want your eyes to appear smaller, you can use a black eyeliner pencil, but I do not do that in this video. I was just giving you guys a tip. And we want our makeup to stay and last all day, so we're going to go in with some setting spray. This will allow your makeup to sit, set, and stay in place, girl. Moving on to the lips. When I apply my lip pencil, I like to crunch my lips in. This allows me to get the actual shape of my lips when I'm outlining them. So that's a tip, and that can be very helpful because, you know, it's kind of hard to trace them any other way. Then like to drag that pencil a little bit lower just so I can get more of a brown added to my lip, not just the actual outline of my lip. And I love to use the Beauty Supply Clear Gloss, so I'll apply that first. I was struggling a little bit. This was coming to an end and I was trying to let it hold on a little bit longer. Once that's complete, I like to go in with some pink gloss just to give that ombre effect and give some pinkness to the lips. I love this combo. I started to feel myself a little bit, so there I am looking at y'all. I'm gonna set my face once again, and then once it's still a little bit damp, I'm gonna go in with some highlighter in that same eyeshadow palette. Like I told you, multi-use. Save them coins, baby. Save them coins where you can. This video here is coming to an end. Here is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.